everybody, and welcome to Outdoor Adventures Live. Lots of good conversation already, and it's early. But just wanted to welcome you to this live chat. If this is your first time, this is a place where you can talk about anything backpacking, camping, hiking. Don't be afraid to ask a question, no matter how dumb you think it is. It could start a completely different conversation and lead to an excellent topic. So, let me get the boring stuff out of the way, and then we'll get right into it. To be notified on all future videos and all future chats, next to the subscribe button on this and any other video, there is a little bell icon. If you click that little bell icon, it will send you a notification letting you know when I go live, and like I said, for future videos. So, news since last time. Now, I'm going to make a announcement video for this. I know. 2 announcement videos in 1 year. How about that? But a lot of people have been asking if I'm going to be doing another meetup, whether it be this year or next year. And actually, there's a big meetup coming up at Mohican State Park where we did the last meetup. Only this time, a lot of YouTubers, including myself, are going to be there. YouTubers such as Tim Watson Outdoors, SB Outdoors, Bryce Newbold, that hiking guy, Restless Outdoors, Gary on the AT, Outland, Subaru Josh, Karate Josh, Meerkat, and Jason Wish and Jason Helmendaller. So it's going to be a huge group. It's going to be at Site 3 again at Mohican, and that is in October 6th to the 7th. So I'm working on a couple things that I want to finalize. I'm trying to get a couple of vendors, some cottage vendors, to stop down and say hi. And I think it's going to be awesome. And I hope you guys can all make it if you live close to Ohio. By the way, that park is in Ohio, just FYI. So like I said, October 6th to the 7th, looking forward to seeing everybody there. And if you're like Eric, don't want to meet anyone, you don't have to come. Anyway, let's get right into the questions. I'm not going to put the live chat up there because YouTube has been throwing the live chat on archive videos anyway, so I figured it's kind of, double. Anyway, good evening, good evening. How is everybody doing? Anybody have some great trips either coming up or, the past weekend? I myself am going back to the Virginia Triple Crown, and we're going to do that, 32-mile hike along the AT and the mountains trail back. So it's going to be pretty cool, just for conditioning. So the conditioning has started, and I have pretty much a trip every other week from now until I get on the trail on the AT, which is in 172 days. I'm so excited. Anyway, let's start answering some questions so we don't run too late. We'll go as long as we need to take to get everybody's questions answered. All right, let's make sure I don't know. So Mr. E, best place to go on a day hike in western Pennsylvania. I'm kind of partial to, Ohio Pile for day hikes, Oil Creek, Raccoon Creek. John P. Saylor has an excellent area of videos on all those if you want to check them out. But those are the ones that come to mind. Tim Lawson. What's up, Frozen? Looking forward to more of the intro to hammock camping videos. Yeah, the next one actually gets released tomorrow. And there's been a lot of questions. I'm really happy that people are opening up. They're coming forward with questions they want to see. Actually, some of the questions have stirred some topics up in the series that I wasn't even going to cover. So I'm working towards that. But someone who couldn't make it tonight, Evan, was asking if I could discuss purchasing the right size hammock. He was gifted a one-person Hennessy hammock, and he's come to the conclusion that it's too small. So hopefully those kind of questions will be answered tomorrow at 8 p.m. for part 2, choosing a hammock. So, Hardcore Gaming, I'm still searching the best way to build a shelter, a good one, without using a tent. So check out Evan's backpacking. He's currently hiking the AT, and he's just, for the most part, using a tarp. He has a ton of different setup videos in his thru-hike that he's just showing different ways that he's set up his diamond tarp. And, I've been learning a lot from him. One day I'd actually like to try that and just bring the tarp out. We'll see how it goes. I know, going to ground, right? How's life treating me? You know what? It's actually pretty darn good. I really can't complain. I'm just, getting through I think it's 166, 165 days of work that's remaining. And, just focusing on that AT hike. And hi to hardcore gaming. All right, Miyagi on the trail. Any advice on the Superior Hiking Trail attempting an unsupported FKT, which stands for fastest known time, next Sunday? Well, wow, good luck with that. Let's see, the only tips I can give you is check out the shta.org. They'll have all of the trail conditions and people post there often. I've actually posted there on our semi-through hike, the 2 weeks that we did out there. And, just have a blast. When you start to get around Bean and Bear Lake, take your time through there because it's some amazing, amazing scenery. I know you're trying to do an FKT, but if you haven't seen that area, definitely spend a little more time there. That was probably my favorite part of the trail the whole way. Yeah, I love the AT ticker. Yeah, it's getting down there. It's still 172 days. It's so far away, but it's so fastly approaching. I'm way too excited for this. I cannot wait. And I was checking on the Farmer's Almanac, and they say we're going to have a mild winter. So that's great. If we don't have that many days that are just, frigid and cold and snowy, like unfortunately Gary had on his thru hike this year, that'd be awesome. But I'm ready either way. I've actually even started my lighter pack that I'm going to bring on the AT, and I'm going to keep it updated the whole way so you guys know exactly what I'm bringing. Let's see. Tony asks, from start to finish, how long to set up your total hammock? That's a good question. I don't think I've ever timed it. I'd assume probably, including the tarp. The tarp takes the longest. I'd say, I don't know, if I'm in a hurry, 5-6 minutes maybe? I don't know, I'll have to time it next time, and I'll let you know. All right, lots of questions and comments about the Laurel Highlands Hiking Trail, the LHHT. Sport Pilot is doing an overnight in Somerset, going to start the northern half of the Laurel Highlands Trail. Awesome, we'll have fun with that. Trail Cat's going to be, Trail Cat's asking north to south or south to north. I'd say north to south. Let the mileage markers count down so you know how much is left. And save Ohio Pile, which in my opinion is the most scenic of the area, for last. That's what I would do. Going back to SD Pete Adventures, do I use a satellite tracker beacon? This brings up another topic that somebody asked me that couldn't make it. Let's see, who said that? Deb in the comments section on this community post. So we're talking about satellite trackers like this Spot Gen 3. This is what I used to carry a couple years ago when they started raising the service plans, the monthly subscription cost for this. It was originally $160. They bumped it up to $200, and I believe it got all the way up to $250. And for the features that this offered, I just wasn't willing to pay that. If I was going to do, something more dangerous like, the CDT, the PCT, where I'd be well away from civilization, I'd look either into a PLB, personal locator beacon, or the InReach, which offers two-way text messaging. Well, anyway, since then, Spot, the people that make this tracker, they have come out with a new product, which wasn't really surprising, and that's probably why they raised their service plans up. They released a product called the Spot X, which is pretty similar to the InReach Explorer, I believe. So you can pair it Bluetooth to your phone and send text messages through there. It also has a full keyboard that you can then send custom messages. Well, the cost of that plan, I was looking, they have a couple ones, and I wanted to compare them. So we have the 1-year basic plan, including the $20 activation fee, that would be $163.39. They also have a flex plan, and I was figuring it out. For 6 months, it would be $114.69. Now that is including a $29.99 yearly activation charge is what they're calling it. It's service fee. That's all it is. But that happens every year. So you've got to look at, is that $30 a year plus, being able to turn it on and off with a minimum of 1 month, worth it for you. So check out the new Spot X plans. I kind of like it way better than the Gen 3. I don't have any experience with it. Just by going over the features I did over this week and watching some videos, it looks pretty good. It's something to definitely consider and do some research on, though. All right, anyway, Western PA Outdoors, he'll be doing the Laurel Highlands. Lots of people doing the Laurel Highlands. Cool stuff. Very cool. John asked, what is the last thing that I will buy before I go on the AT? So probably the last thing I'll buy is a new battery pack, another Anchor. I'm probably looking in the range, this is a 13,000, I'll probably look in the range of a 20,000 because I'm planning to switch to Verizon. I'm on Google Fi on my cell phone right now. It's like a $20, $30 low-end phone plan that usually requires Wi-Fi to use. The service, the service is great. The cell phone coverage, Verizon has that map, AT&T has that map that they say, oh yeah, we're covered everywhere. I'm usually without a signal with this for quite a long time, especially 4G coverage is almost lacking, but it gets me by because I'm always connected to Wi-Fi while I'm at home, so I'll save some money here. But I'm rambling, I apologize. I'm going to switch to a Verizon plan, and I want to have enough power to be able to upload from the trail. I don't want to have to rely on going into town and using Wi-Fi. I want to give you guys as live of an update as I possibly can, hopefully only delayed by a day or two. So, hey, Andy Schill from the Schill Brothers Outdoors are in here. What is going on, Andy? I can't wait for the meetup. Hope to see you guys there. Let's see, favorite trails in PA. Also, are you a fan of all the black and gold teams? Okay, so favorite trails in PA. Probably Black Forest, West Rim, Laurel Highlands. Susquehanna was good. Kahana would be good in early spring. Let that the bush die down a little bit. And am I a fan of all the black and gold teams? I'm probably going to get shunned for this in my community, but not really a big, wow, who is that? Not really a big Steelers fan. I watch football when I'm out, but I don't know anything about football. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible sports fan when it comes to football. I usually end up rooting for the wrong team. And it's just, the game's a little too slow for me. I will root them on. I wish, I hope they, I don't even know, win the Super Bowl or whatever. But primarily, I'm a Pens fan, and baseball is way too slow for me. So hopefully that answers your questions. So we have, I forget what that's even called, a super chat from Louis Bartolo. Love the channel, bro. Keep it up. One of the best hiking channels on YouTube, no doubt, and advice for hiking. Well, man, thank you so much. That is unnecessary, but obviously much appreciated. Thank you so much. Okay, let's back to the questions here. As a beginner backpacker, I'm looking forward to more of your beginner hammock camping videos. Well, you're in luck. I'm going to be filming them as fast as I can. I want to have one out every Wednesday with another review or a trip video mixed in there. But I'm going to focus on it. We're not going to drag this out. Everything will be completed in a couple months. The next video, I'm actually going to wake up super early tomorrow because it's supposed to be like 85 degrees in Pittsburgh. And I'm going to do a suspension video. Part of a suspension video. I'm going to split it into a couple parts because it's such an important topic. But like I said earlier during the live stream, the choosing a hammock video is going to answer hopefully a ton of questions. I usually absolutely hate the way my videos turn out. I don't know, maybe I'm really critical of myself. But even I was like, okay, this is good content. So not to toot my own horn, but I'm looking forward to you guys watching that and keep commenting on stuff that you want to see. Jay, hopefully I'm saying that right, Outdoors. Hello from Texas. Hello. Do you have any detailed videos on how to use a compass? If not, would you consider making one for dummies? I don't. And the reason why I don't, I'm not 100% familiar, and nor am I 100% confident for teaching a beginner on how to use a compass correctly. I can point myself northwest. I know about declination and everything like that. But if you want real compass information, look up Andrew Skirka. He has an absolutely amazing 2-part compass tutorial. It should answer all of your questions. He's a big time backpacker. If you haven't heard of him, he knows a hell of a lot more than I do. Let's see. John asked, what trail should I do for my first overnight trip in PA? Depending on where you are, Western, Raccoon. Raccoon is a great beginner trail. Same with Oil Creek. I'd stick to those. If you're out towards central Pennsylvania, looking to do in the West Rim. Another great, amazing trail with awesome views. But the only problem with that is you're probably going to have to get a shuttle unless you know someone that will drive you. Hello from Tennessee. Hey. Jogbird asks, where's my beer? No beer today. I'm cutting out a lot of, I'm cutting out basically all alcohol. I just want to get super fit, super conditioned for the AT. That's what I'm focusing on. Which actually brings up a good point. I need to start making my video on how I'm conditioning. Not only am I doing trails, but I made an insane home workout program for me to follow every day. Take Sundays off, or whenever I'm too sore to do it, but I need to start that video. Hey Up Trail, what's going on, Bob? In one of your videos you mentioned something about not liking titanium stakes that you use. May I ask why? Because I was looking at Dutch's. Yeah, check out the Kahana video, night 1, where I bent my stake with very little pressure. It was the like the V Flex. I'm saying that wrong. Maybe it was like a curved titanium stake. It's not a shepherd hook, but I didn't like those either. I've tried that and I've tried the shepherd hook stakes, and the shepherds don't stay in the ground. The other curved stakes were awesome, but they bend really easily. So I'm back to the groundhogs for the weight. I just want to carry groundhogs because I fully trust them. Hey, from the Superior Hiking Trail. I hope you are having a blast, Diane. That's awesome. Are they single? Hey, Raina. Hey, what's up? What's up, Raina? I didn't even see you in here. Are they single? Who? All the people that are going to be there? Yeah, probably. No, actually, most of them are married, so I shouldn't say that. All right, Michael asked, I'm starting to acquire a bunch of backpacking and camping gear, but when I store it at home, it always seems disorganized. How do you store and keep your gear at home when not in use? Any tips? Okay, so I'm doing a couple things. Some of the things I keep in I call them a decoration bin. You can get them at Walmart or Target. They're just big plastic bins, little totes, I guess is what they're called. Another thing that I have is, I think it's like a $20 or $30 shelving system from Walmart, and maybe I'll do another video showing how I organize. That's actually a good idea. I hang up my clothes. There's a hanging rack. There's cloth bins, like felt cloth, whatever you want to call it, bins that I can put my miscellaneous stuff, and there's shelving on it. And for the price, you can't beat it. It's a little flimsy, but I figure if it breaks, just buy another $20 thing. So I'll actually make a note, and I will try to film one of those videos. Let's get back to some of the people that couldn't be here. Colleen asked, are there classes available for newbie hikers, like reading in the AT guide? How to protect yourself from snakes or bears? What to do if I come across them? How to know poisonous plants and how to follow trails? Well, let's see. Following trails, obviously take a compass if you have a big problem. Some trails that I've been on are unmarked, but for the most part, they're what's called blaze. So they take either a wooden or a metal indicator and they put it on a tree, or they just spray paint the tree, and you can usually figure out where you're going from there. Look up the map beforehand, obviously, and plan out your adventure to a T. Protect yourselves from snakes and bears. I'm sure there's videos on YouTube about all that stuff. And if you have an REI near you, I know for a fact that they have classes all the time about getting people in, and they also do hikes together, so you might want to check that out. Let's see, another question. Lee asks if I was ever thinking of doing a trip to the White Mountains in New Hampshire. I was supposed to go to the Pemi Loop, and it's still ridiculously hot up there. And I don't want to make that 15-hour drive just to go through it again on the Appalachian Trail next year. So I will make it there, definitely. Well, hopefully. We'll say hopefully. Nothing is a definite when it comes to thru hiking, obviously. I read that only 23% of the people that start the AT actually end up finishing it. So like a 1 in 4 chance. But hopefully I make it up next year. And if I fail, I'm really hoping I don't, I will definitely hit up the White Mountains at some point next year. Okay, so that answers. Okay, one more question from people that aren't here. Which editing program will I use on the trail? So I have a program called Cyberlink Power Director, and it's been okay. I actually bought it for like, I think they were doing a Valentine's deal for like $5. I'm not sure how much I like it. I did 3 test vlog videos, which you guys have probably seen the Red River Gorge test video. Now, if you've watched that video, you know that the audio levels were a little low and they need boosted. I can't figure out a way to boost them in Power Director, but tonight I actually found a new one called, I think it's Kind Master. And for, I think, $40 for an annual service fee, which I would only need 1 year, there are so many options, and it's like Adobe Premiere, which is what I use at home. So I'm probably going to switch to Kind Master, at least for the next vlog test, and see what I can do there. So far I like it, but I haven't made a full project yet, just messing around the house. All right, Michael says, can't wait for the meetup. I will be there. Good. Can't wait to see you. Looking for a new pair of hiking shoes or boots with good arch and ankle support. Any suggestions? I like my Lone Peaks. They don't have the greatest arch support. Those are by Altra, and they're a running shoe, basically, trail running shoe. But you can get any insole, an aftermarket insole, like Superfeet or Soles, yoursoles.com, and you can put it in there. That'll give you whatever arch support that you need. So as far as boots, check out Solomon. They're a little narrow for my feet, so I tend to go with a wider toe area. But those are 2 shoes to check out. Also, La Sportiva Wildcats, they're proven for me. I used them for 2 years before switching to the Altras. So Tim says, doing the Red River Gorge mid-October. Awesome, awesome. I went hiking the Inca Trail in Peru. Cool. Oh, that's really neat, Travis. Land between the lakes. They didn't invite Up Trail to the meetup. Maybe. Well, obviously, Up Trail, you're welcome. I was invited last, actually. Restless Outdoors, who I hiked with in the Cranberry Wilderness, told me about it. And Meerkat was texting me a little bit too. So, yeah, it was basically most of these people are from Ohio. And Up Trail, I know it's a drive. I know you're in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. So, yeah, that's still a drive. I know you came to the last one, but hey, man, you're obviously welcome to come. Like I said, I'm working on hopefully a couple vendors to stop down and say hello as well, some cottage vendors. Anybody have foot pain with the first pair of Altras in the calves? Have been fine, but got some pain across the ball of my foot. Huh. I haven't personally, but I wore those shoes for a good month solid to make sure there was no issues. 8-Bit Sham offer still stands, Frozen, if you come to Kentucky and need a place to crash. Yeah, I've been getting just the hiking community, it's crazy. They're offering, to let me stay at their houses, which is, or resupply, drive me into town, hang out with me, buy me a beer. So amazing already, and I'm not even on the trail, but I am going to create, it's actually already created. I'm going to wait to give it out to everybody, but I'm creating a email address specifically for the AT because I get spammed on my Frozen's Outdoor Adventures at Gmail just with random and mostly useless Chinese vendors that just want to offer me crap. So I'm just going to make one dedicated to the AT, and then we can kind of plan things through that email. Well, another LHHT hiker. Look at that. Wow. Keith Farah makes great tarps. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. West Rim Trail coming up first weekend of October. Awesome. Restless, you're such a weirdo. Breaking news just announced for the meetup, folks to come dressed as their favorite YouTuber. Who will you come dressed as? I'd probably come dressed as Gary. I think he'd be really confused by that. Raina, When am I coming to backpack in Colorado? A couple years I'll be out there. You have a place for me to stay, right? Raina is a real life friend of mine. Hey, Grumpy. Hey, stick on them outros, man. Put some super glue in your shoes, dude. Grumpy is actually hiking the AT right now. I've been kind of watching his videos and helping his wife, Gucci Girl, kind of edit the channel a little bit better to get him organized. And he's having so many problems with the outros. See, I had his problem. He's having an issue where his insole is just slipping around. Got to glue that insole in. They really, really, really need to fix that issue because it's ridiculous. You shouldn't have to glue an insole down. I mean, they know it's a trail running shoe. They know it's going to get wet. Fix your insole. Like, seriously, it needs fixed. Any suggestions on a lightweight solar or battery power fan for my hammock? I'm addicted to a fan for sleeping. That will be my luxury item. I'm sure they make some, AA battery operated fans. I think Off actually makes a fan that's, battery powered and it's a bug repellent. And I think I've seen Shug multiple times use that. So check that out. Or just search for battery powered fan, clip-on battery powered fan on Amazon. I'm sure there's something. I'm just reading you guys' comments. You guys are hilarious. There's a chance, Adam Z Adventures, there's a chance I may be able to make that meetup. Awesome. You can tell Restless binge watches everybody too. Hey, Dwayne. What's up, man? How are you been? Popping in to say hi from Destin on vacation at McGuire's with Fred and food. I'll be thinking about you. Have a good Q&A. Thanks, Dwayne. Appreciate it, buddy. Daz New. Love your channel. Hi from down under. Well, I do terrible. I'm not even going to do that ever again. That was terrible. Aussie, oi, oi, oi. All right, gotcha. Rav makes great battery packs as well. Yeah, Rav Power, Anchor, they're all great battery packs. I've always used Anchor. Actually, been checking out this other product, Outsea. It's heavy. It is heavy, but it's a 20,000 milliamp, and it also has a solar panel on the back of it. So, still giving it a test. Not sure if it's going to make it for a review. It's really heavy for what I would use it for. Maybe on a kayak trip or something. Let's see. Wow, we were bouncing around everywhere. Okay, what are we doing? Any advice for planning resources for the Virginia Triple Crown? Robert asks. That's, it's pretty self-explanatory. Watch my video. I give a ton of great information. If you're going to do the mountain something trail, we're actually going there this weekend to do some conditioning. So I'll be down there. But yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Follow the white blazes and you'll go down to Catawba Trail and then back mountain something or other trail all the way back to Dragon's Tooth. It's really hard to get lost. Of course, I got lost because I wasn't paying attention and I was filming, but yeah. Do you play PUBG? I don't think so. Probably not, because I don't know what that is, but... Body Barn Strongman. Hello, Jason. Wondering how many batteries you take with you for your main camera and how you manage them throughout your hike. Looking to start videoing some hikes. So for the Sony, for this main camera right here, the CX405, I take a total of 5 batteries. 2 are Sony batteries, and they last forever. And the other couple batteries are actually, I might take 6. To be honest with you. I think 4 Wasabi batteries, which are just off-brand batteries. Wasabi batteries have been giving me issues, and I'm starting to not want to recommend them. What happens was, and Bob Uptrail 71, he had this happen on his meetup video too. His and mine batteries, or the Wasabi batteries, they're just not lasting more than 15, 10 minutes. So I'm constantly having to charge those things. And I just think that they're a lower quality lithium ion, if that makes any sense whatsoever. They're just not good. I think I would buy straight Sony batteries, and I think for like a camera like that, 2 batteries should be plenty, maybe 3, and just charge your stuff at night. So it should be good. JS, put today's date in your memory bank. My prediction is not only will you hike the AT next year, you will crush it and finish with all of us watching. You have the skills and the heart. Well, Jay, I'm telling you, in the hiking community, it's just amazing around this through hike. It's going to be awesome. Really appreciate that, Jay. Thank you very much. I've come to the point where, it's going to happen. Don't get me wrong. My mind is in 6 different directions all at once. One side of this conversation that I have every night with myself as I go to bed, it says, wait, you're going to do what? You're going to quit your job? You're going to waste money and you're going to go hike a trail? And then what are you going to do when you get back? You're going to have a job? The other part of me is like, yeah, what are you going to do about it? This is something you need to do, and it's going to be a life-changing and a once-in-a-lifetime experience for you. So it's just the constant battle back and forth between my brain, and I've tried to shut that part off, but it is just every single night it wants me to snap back into reality, and I just do not want to. I'm fighting, but I'm definitely going to make it happen. It's definitely going to happen February 23rd. I will be on the trail, no matter what. And just knowing that over 20,000 of you are going to be rooting for me, I don't want to let anyone down, believe me. I am going to try my hardest to get to Katahdin. Even if it kills me, I want to make it. If I need to take a week off, I take a week off, so be it. It's all about the experience of hiking the trail. Anyway, Dominic, I just bought a BRS stove. What size fuel canister do you usually bring? I bring the little ones. I don't know what the ounces are because I just honestly started using canisters this year. But not the real big, giant ones. The smallest size that they have, and it's usually good for 4 or 5, maybe even 6 days. So that's what I bring. Obviously, in colder temperatures, it's going to be less. Gold Coast here saying, hi, we love your channel down here in Australia. Hope to see you next month, says Brian, at Mohican. Yeah, I hope everybody comes. I really do. Hardcore Gaming, do you stealth camp from time to time? Excuse me while I fix my mic. Okay. Do you stealth camp from time to time, or you camp only in allowed areas? So this is a topic that's been coming up on a lot of hiking channels in the hiking community. Stealth camping. I think a lot of people have 2 different trains of thought that stealth camping is where you camp illegally somewhere where you're not supposed to. To me, that's just illegally camping. For stealth camping, that means getting off the trail, practicing leave no trace, and not having any kind of fire. You pack up the next day, spread the leaves back around, make it like you've never ever been there. To me, that's stealth camping. There was the Red River Gorge video. I got called out because we weren't, I guess we were illegally camping. We were camping next to the, Rough Ridge Trail. Just because we couldn't find any campsites that whole day on our route. And literally the rules of the park, and we knew it going in there. Luckily, we didn't have a fire and we're all hanging up off the ground anyway. But yes, we were still breaking the rules. So what you're talking about, stealth camping, we weren't really allowed to camp there, and I shouldn't have did it. We really should not have did it, and I do apologize for showing that off in that video. I kind of felt bad. I knew I was going to get called out on it, and I did. But the Red River Gorge is just so hard to find any kind of campsites. Todd and Rick and I were talking about this, just how hard it is in the heart of the gorge. The only campsite that I saw that was legal was Hanson's Point. And there are always a billion people up there, and I really don't like camping there on weekends. So hopefully that answers your question, though. The Wasatch Gear Review. What up, Jason? Looking forward to your AT videos. When are you going to start? February 23rd. That's when I'm going to be stepping foot on the approach trail to Springer Mountain. Erich, have you ever done any hot tenting in the winter using a portable titanium wood stove? No, but I've actually watched people do it, and it looks really comfy. I'm just not a big, first of all, not a big tent camper at all. And I don't really want to bring anything inside of a tent to make me feel like that. I'm more of a backpacker instead of a camper. Drafting my fantasy team but with you in spirit. Bell better get his butt on the field. There you go. Is bear spray a repellent like bug spray? Is bear spray a repellent like bug spray? I mean, I don't know. It's just like a pepper spray. So it comes in a tube, like an aerosol can, and you take the safety off. Check out my jitters video in the beginner backpacking video. I actually pull the safety off and spray it. But yeah, it'll just spray a big pepper stream at the bear's snout, and hopefully it doesn't blow back on you. Okay. Let's see. Why is it not okay to dislike Amanda Bess's style filling her videos with complaining, especially compared to Liz Kidder and Evan's backpacking videos where they remain upbeat, at least on video? That is a good freaking question. So Amanda Bess, recently, she summited Katahdin, just FYI. She started in February and I think summited a few weeks, if not a month ago. Amanda Bess, toward the end, you can tell she was just getting run down, and I felt really bad for her. She kept her videos completely raw, but there was one thing that she said that I absolutely did not agree with, and if I was hiking with her, I would have told her that you need to think about getting off the trail. I know you're almost close to Katahdin, but you need to get off the trail. You're hiking this trail for the wrong reasons. And I can't quote her exactly, but she said, I believe, I hate this effing trail. No one should hate this effing trail. If you hate this effing trail, you need to get off the trail because you're hiking it for the wrong reasons. For me, a through hike is not about getting to Katahdin. It's about everything from Springer to Katahdin. This is the trail. This is the through hike. Everything in the middle. Springer is just the beginning. Katahdin is the end. But the through hike is all about everything that happens in the middle of those 2 points. There should not be a day that you say you hate hiking. If you hate hiking, get off the trail. It's as simple as that. Now, that being said, like I said, I felt really bad for her because I knew she was just about scrambled on that trail. But I think she did it more of a vlog for herself. And I think she realized what she was doing, and she actually deleted or at least made those videos private where she was complaining. So I still followed her the whole way. I watched every single minute of her through all of the complaining, through all the ups, through all the downs, and I think she did a great job at filming. So, but like I said, if you hate a trail, stop hiking. Anyway. Yeah, definitely glue it down, Grumpy. All right, man. Take it easy. Good night. Hiker's Midnight. It is Hiker's Midnight. Alicia, any advice on how to shake an extreme fear of snakes? I'm the wrong person to ask. I actually am more afraid of snakes than before I started hiking. You just got to make noise. You just got to keep in mind that they're going to be out there in sunny fields. Watch your step. If you're looking at rattlesnakes, just be careful. Check out my Smokies video that I did last year, and you'll see a very, very close encounter with a rattlesnake that I had that was not good. Hey, William. Yeah, I hope to see you down there again, man. That was fun, going back to the meetup. I've been wearing cotton shirts when I go hiking sometimes for days. Do you recommend a lighter, fast-drying, multi-day shirt to wear in 40 to 70 degrees? Smart wool shirts are great. I tend to go for the cheaper Champion shirts. I like the Vapor series. They're really, really light, and they dry incredibly fast. So check them out. And, anything with polyester, spandex blend is going to dry, and it's still going to stink, but I think wool is a better option if you're trying to avoid the stink. Just embrace it, though. Embrace the stink. It's fine. You're hiking. Nobody cares. As long as you don't get sick in your tent or your hammock. All right, Jamie T. And that was from Zappy, by the way. Jamie T. Off-the-wall question, but I've noticed AT through hikers while vlogging, they walk delicately crossing streams, not stepping in the water, but will stomp right through mud holes on the trail. I'm not sure. I don't know. If I'm not close to camp, I'll just walk through the stream. I don't care. Whatever. I'll dry out eventually through the day. So, yeah, IB Tat does do it a lot. By the way, man, I'm loving IB Tat's video. He's one of my favorite vloggers. Him and Evan and Liz are just awesome. Fight for Together too is another one. They summited. There was a family of 8, yeah, with kids. I think the youngest kid was 3 or 4. So they summited. Almost. There was a technicality, but it's fine. They finished. Emma asked, are you going to shave and let your hair grow out on the trail? I think so. I'm going to shave as close as I can to where I feel comfortable, and I'm just going to let everything grow. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. If I find a barber, obviously I'll come across barbers throughout the trip, but I don't know. It'd be kind of cool to see where it ends up for 4.5, 5 months, whatever. Jason Wells, hello from Washington State. Love your channel. Thank you for helping me make the fancy feast stove and pot cozy. Yeah, you're welcome. You won't let us down even if you have to leave the trail. Thanks, Em. I appreciate that. Hey, there's Deb. I hope that answered your question, Deb. You're welcome. AT is a wrap for sure. Already looking forward to the PCT videos. Nice. Hey, how you doing, man? He always calls me, I think it's Kikoa. Warrior. That's what he calls me. Duke Shane. All right, let's see. Daniel, what do you feel is the most important piece of gear you take backpacking? Probably my hammock, and then a backpack, obviously. I don't know. The sleeping aspect of hiking is just so important. It's so important you get a good night's sleep out there. So I'd say the hammock. Up trail, anyone thinking about going to Pictured Rocks next year? They've been talking about making new rules and possibly adding entry gates with day hiking fees for 2019. Yeah, that place, man, it's beautiful, but there's just so many freaking people up there. Yeah, Red River Gorge is definitely overrun with campers. Nothing like it used to be. First time I went, it was a weekday. It was like a Wednesday, Tuesday, whatever. And yeah, there was no one there that I saw. Emma, I'm not going to carry bear spray on the AT. I would only carry bear spray in grizzly country, so I'm not really worried about black bears. Trail Cat says, took my first trip to Dolly Sods, and even though I went off-roading on a game trail and fell in a bog, I saw so many backpackers, I wasn't freaked out at all. Right, the journey. Yeah, that's a cliff notes of what I was trying to say, Emma. Thank you. The journey is the best part of the trip. Chris Dixon, hello from Arkansas. Man, we got people from all over the U.S. and all over the world. You should come down and check out our mountains in the natural state. Looking forward to following your AT through hike. I definitely will be coming down and all over the United States over the next couple years. Will you be blessing us on Hike Naked Day? No, I don't know. Maybe if I don't care that much, I don't know. Whenever, I don't know. I can't. I don't think so. Who knows? My biggest worry is what happens when you cross a road? You get just charged for indecent exposure? Maybe a bum shot? Like, I could do that. Well, on Mount Washington, the cool thing Thru-hikers do, they actually moon the trolley that comes up, the gas-powered trolley, so I definitely will do that. You know, if you're taking a trolley up Mount Washington, get the heck off the mountain. Go climb it. That's my thought on it. Anyway, Dominic, I'm currently in 11th grade, and how do you make a thru hike happen? Should you do it before or after college? Good question. I'd say either time is good, Dominic. Just don't wait till you're like me. Don't get a job that you're settled in and, have a house, have commitments, pets, anything like that. Make it happen. If it's a dream of yours, make it happen as soon as you can. Let's see. Dragon Roams, looking forward to your 2019 AT hike. Are you nervous at all? Yeah, I'm definitely nervous. Like we were talking about earlier, there's a part of me that's just like, you're gonna do what? And then, yeah, we're definitely gonna do this on another hand. But I think I'm more nervous about letting you guys down, as stupid as that sounds. I know I wouldn't let people down here, but I need this hike. I need it to get my mind straight. I am really, you guys know, you've seen the why I'm through hiking video, so I won't bore you guys to death, but I need this hike. And I'm just so afraid I'm gonna let you guys down with an injury or something stupid, because I've seen it happen so many times this year and last year when I started following through hikers. You know, probation termination is a perfect example. I think he was in New Hampshire, I think, and he sustained an ankle injury that took him off the trail for over a month. And I thought that was it. He got back on the trail and he's close to summiting now, but just don't want that to happen. Don't want to get injured. Let's see, many hike through the mud on the trail and not go off to avoid disturbing the vegetation. Man, this, excuse me a second. Okay, there we go. Can you touch on your Audible subscription, such as the plan costs and what devices can be used? Heard it's $50 off until next week. No, I actually don't have an Audible. I just buy them on Amazon. So I kind of want to get an Audible just because I use it so much. But I don't think I'd use it enough to just keep downloading audiobooks. But maybe when I hike the AT, that's something I'll look into. So I can't comment. Sorry about that. Hash brown casserole. Do I ever see hikers with CPAP machines? If so, a battery system to that? You know, I've never seen that before, but I'm sure it exists. I don't know. Can't comment. Jim Bowling, loved your video on how you got your name frozen. Teenage boy grabbing a handful of, yep, exactly. It was a great experience. Had my first overnight in a hammock and didn't really sleep. How was your first experience with a hammock? I was tossing and turning a lot in my Eno double nest, and there's just things I didn't know that I should have researched before, but I still slept better than on the ground. And like I said, tomorrow there will be a video about choosing your hammock. Maybe you just have the wrong length. It's a very, very common thing. Emma says, I think before college is your best bet so that you have a break. After college, you really want to focus on your career. I agree. James Hathcock, any fear of not being able to hang your hammock on the trail? The only place that I'm afraid, well, first of all, the Smokies you can't. You have to stay in the shelters. So I know that. I'm actually going to bring a sleeping pad with me in addition to my underquilt, so I can just send the sleeping pad home. But the White Mountains are a big concern for me. Now, I am lucky enough to actually work next door to someone that's thru-hiked the Appalachian Trail, and she provided me this, which no one can read. But anyway, it's a long pamphlet on how to stealth camp the White Mountains. They even say best for hammocks. So I'm definitely holding on to this. I'm marking it on my trail notes, and hopefully that will, fix my worry there. So, not really worried about not hanging. I've never had that issue, ever. If I can't find a place to hang, keep walking. I can always night hike. When I do the AT, will you be researching any of the history of the areas you passed through prior to starting? Yeah, I'm probably going to get a history of the AT book or watch some kind of documentary. I know Evan's been doing a great job with Evan's backpacking, telling the history of the AT. So that's something that I definitely want to do because it gives me a more special experience when you're going through these old buildings, these towns along the AT, and these sites on the trail itself. Can't see you letting anyone down. Just get out there, and what happens, happens. You have the tools to succeed. Thanks, Dragon. Appreciate that. Don't be worried about being disappointed if you don't finish the AT. Never let us down. You're being open-minded about your need to do the hike. I'm doing the same spot and currently planning for 2020. That's awesome, Dragon. Good luck, man. Seriously, that's awesome. Oh, there you go. Jim Bowling's answering the CPAP question. Awesome, awesome. Don't worry about finding another job after the AT. With 20,000 followers, someone is bound to give you a job or know someone who can. Actually, that's a good question. If I was talking to my dad, and I'm not going to say anything just yet, but we're currently in the works of possibly working something out, which is taking a great deal of stress off of me. I'm definitely worried about, what's going to happen when I get back. How long am I not going to have a job? I've been talking to temp agencies for the past 3 months now, I have at least 5 or 6 temp agencies on me right now. They know my start date. They know my tentative wanted estimated time that I'm going to get done, and they're going to be on it. But my dad may come through for me, and I might help with the family business, which would still hopefully be in IT, but it might be something that I need. Maybe a different change in career. Who knows? This Restless is going to Vegas bets on me. That's awesome. Emma says, you like to hike solo. Will that continue on the AT, or do you hook up with a trail family, also known as a tramily? If I can meet someone that hikes my style of hiking, long miles, less camping, I will definitely, hike with a tramily or a trail family. Here's another concern, though. I don't want to be tied down to speeding up and not getting a good video, a good vlog, because that's something that's going to last a lifetime. That's something that I want to do, not only for you guys, but for me. I want to watch it later. So that's going to play an aspect, and also being in a hammock where most people are going to be in tents. So we'll see what happens. I am not opposed to meeting people and hiking with them, though. Okay, Eric says, don't take Peter's Mountain Shelter down to get water or get leg cramps. All right, well, trail notes. All right. Jason will hike the AT. No, I'm not going to hike the AT in less than 100 days. My gosh. Though it's been done, I think I saw somebody that was, the fastest known, they're like 42 days, but, strictly Thru-hikers, they average roughly, 100 to 200 days. Some of them, Gary lasted 126 days. So I'm definitely not going to do it in 100 days. I wouldn't want to do it in 100 days. I want to actually enjoy the trail. Thank you so much, Texas Hikeaholics. Thank you so much. $20. That's amazing. Thank you. Seriously, thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, that looks like all the questions. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody with the people that couldn't make it. But like I said, Mohican State Park in Ohio, October 6th through the 7th. Once I nail out some other details, I'm going to be making kind of like a heads up announcement video, whatever you want to call it. I'm talking to a couple of vendors right now. I'm waiting for them to get back to me. Restless Outdoors has also been talking to a couple of vendors, and hopefully they show up. So I think it'd be really cool to not only have your favorite YouTubers out there, but also the subscribers. You can kind of get a feel of the hiking community, and then have the cottage vendors also support the trip. So I think that would be awesome. Anyway, guys, I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me. We're running about an hour, so we're going to get off of here. Does anyone have any last remaining questions? And I have not done any bike packing, though Tim Watson is starting to do it, it looks like, so check him out. Let's see, Jason, I think you should wear sandals like Evan and swear like Ivy Tat and get some dreadlocks. That's funny. Now, I'm going to keep my videos, well, actually, the AT videos, I'm going to keep more raw than my normal trip videos. I'm going to try not to hold anything back. I'm sure there'll be some tears. I'm sure there'll be some emotional times, some anger, some sadness, some happiness, some excitement, and all the emotions in between. But I'm going to try to keep it as raw as humanly possible to, yes, I do want to beat Gary by one day. That's the big thing, just for bragging rights. But yeah, that's what I really want to do. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all the super chats. That was a lot of super chats. Thank you guys so much. Much appreciated. Anyway, 5 time to go on your own adventure. Tomorrow, choosing a backpack, part 2 of the beginner hammock camping series. See you guys on the trail.